Hey YouTube, it's Coach Tape. Tonight I'm going to be unboxing something a little different. Tonight I've got a big stack of Rubik's brand puzzles and cubes that I want to go ahead and unbox. Let's check them out. I know they don't have the greatest reputation for quality, but personally I am a longtime fan of the Rubik's brand. I had got my first Rubik's Cube in 1981. I'll always be a fan of the company and of the brand. I still buy their puzzles. I have some Rubik's Cubes downstairs in my collection. Of course, I don't use them very often, but I do have them, and I've got some different stuff tonight, so we're going to go ahead and check that out. I also have a bonus, different non-Rubik's brand puzzle at the end. All right, let's go ahead and check them out. All right, guys, we are doing a whole bunch of Rubik's brand cubes and then a special bonus one at the end. First up, I've got the Rubik's Tactile Cube. This is a puzzle that's designed for for blind folks, but essentially what this is it's a puzzle. It's a Rubik's brand cube, but each side, I don't know how well you can see that, has a ridge or a shape on it. You can kind of see it there. You can see the bumps on that side, except for white. White is completely flat. Green is a circle. You've got an orange X. You got yellow like dots. And then blue has single large dot. So how does it perform? Well, let's find out. Okay. Well, obviously you're not going to get any corner cutting because it is a Rubik's brand cube, but it is a little stiff. But you know what? That's actually not too bad. You're obviously not going to be setting any world speed records with that, but you know, that's not great, but for what it is, you know, it's kind of neat. Like I said, the performance is obviously not great. It's just a little stiff, a little slow. Colors are good. I do like the feel of it. It's kind of nifty to have the feel of the cube, but it's just kind of a cube for the collection. You know, not really something that you're going to be speed cubing a lot with, but you can show off. It's kind of a neat puzzle. Fun to look at. Next up, we have a Rubik's Cube. It's kind of a transparent one. Let's see here. How's this in here? Oh, it's kind of banded in there. Let's see if I can get that off. There's two. Okay. All right. So the red side is actually pink. Not real crazy about that. It is completely flat. Oh, what is that? There's like, oh, there's plastic on the puzzle, it feels like. Not sure how I'm going to get that off. Like a clear sticker or something. Or plastic wrap that needs to come off. Like it's protecting the cube or something. But anyway, we'll move on without that. And no white, that's just completely transparent. How does it perform? Oh, I see. It's like still wrapped. All right. Well, let me take care of that, and I'll be right back. All right. So that wasn't actually plastic wrap. It was actually like tape, like some cellophane Scotch tape. How does it perform? Well, it's a Rubik's Cube. It actually performs, you know, fairly decent. It's a little looser than some of the other ones I've had. You know, nothing too spectacular, but kind of a neat looking puzzle. I wish the pink was actually red. Other than that, the shades are pretty darn good. That's a neat looking blue. Tiny little bit of corner cutting if you don't mind putting in a ton of force, but overall, I'll just go ahead and mess that up. You know, not bad. Not great, but not completely horrible. A little stiff, a little slow. Typical Rubik's Cube. Next up, we've got the Rubik's Edge. This is the Rubik's brand version of a 1x3x3 or 3x3x1. Let's see if I can get into the package here. Nope, not really. There we go. And how does that perform? Okay, that actually turns very nicely and feels very stable, unlike the other ones that I've used. Did I just what did I do? I somehow just all right. There we go. Not sure what I did there. That actually turns pretty darn well. Yeah. That's much more stable than the other ones that I've used in the past. And unlike a lot of Rubik's Cubes, this one is actually stickered, believe it or not. So that's kind of nice. Been a while since I've had a stickered Rubik's brand cube. Overall, that one's pretty nice. I like that one. If you're looking for a 1x3x3 or 3x3x1, however you want to put it, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. I would recommend that one over the Land, which is the one I have right now, other than this one. And this one is a lot better than that one. Next up, we've got the Rubik's Color Blocks. This is not a mirror blocks, although it kind of implies that it is. This is actually just an unequal cube. And again, we're taped shut here. So let me see if I can get in there. There we go. So this one is also stickered, as you can see. A little stiff, but that's not bad at all. That feels about the same as some of the other mirror blocks cubes that I've had. Of course, like I said, it's not a mirror blocks. It is a just a standard Rubik's cube. So you can solve by color. You can also solve by size, or by piece size. But it is really just an unequal cube or a 6-color mirror blocks if you want to go that way. But that it's just a touch stiff. It probably would be better with a little bit of lube. But overall, that turns pretty nice. You know, I'm not sure I'd recommend it because, like I said, it's just a standard Rubik's solution. But that is a pretty neat cube, and of course you got to make sure you get the pieces lined up. I love the way these things look when they're mixed up, which is the whole reason I got this one. Because they just look so darn cool when they're all scrambled. But that is pretty nice, you know, especially for a Rubik's brand. That's a pretty nice puzzle. If you're looking for something like that, yeah, I definitely recommend picking that up. Next up, we've got the Rubiks Orbit. I have no idea what this actually is. I saw this at Barnes & Noble the last time I was there. Had to pick it up. It's apparently a Barnes & Noble exclusive. I don't know if that's actually true or not. Go ahead and get the cube out of there. I believe this is actually just a ball-shaped 2x2. So you can see the flat surfaces are how you determine the color of any given side, and the solution. So you got all 4 flat pieces are orange. That means that side solved, blue, green, and so on. Okay, that's definitely stiff. It will probably break down a little with a little work. You know, for what it is, it turns pretty darn well. Yeah, and it is going to just solve like a 2x2. It's just a 2x2 shape mod. It's kind of like an inverted 2x2. So rather than the corner coming out, the piece actually goes in around a ball core. Like I said, yeah, just a little stiff. Maybe just a drop or two of lube, and that will improve. But that's actually also pretty nice. You know, if you're looking for something like that, yeah, I'd recommend that puzzle, no problem. All right, next up we have a Christmas present from my wife. This is a special at Ross, where she works. We've got actually 3 items in this box. So I'm not 100% sure what these things are called. And then we've got a ball puzzle where the idea is to match the balls to the color of the ring around it, and you can move the balls around by pushing them in. There's a piece of styrofoam in the center, and you just move the balls around. Not the world's most difficult puzzle. I believe, is it Landland? I think that has one of these, or somebody else has one. This one feels much higher quality, much heavier plastic, nicer feeling colored balls in the puzzle. Yeah, not like I said, not the most difficult puzzle in the world, but kind of a neat one anyway. A little different than your standard cube puzzle, twisty puzzle. Neat. If like I said, there's another one, or if you're looking for it, recommended. This is a nice quality puzzle. And then we've got the these are they fold. They're the folding star things, and I believe they actually go together. Something like that. I don't remember exactly how or if they do. You can fold them into a 2x2. They're kind of just a folding. There you go. It's like a star puzzle kind of a thing. Just go ahead and throw that on the floor. So not exactly a puzzle, more like just a twisty, fun thing to play with. And I believe you can stick, oh, maybe not. I thought you could stick them like one inside the other. Don't really know. But kind of neat to play with. They look cool on the shelf. You know, as part of the package with the other puzzle, and especially as a gift. Absolutely. Very cool. All right. Last but not least, we got a surprise. That is this thing. This is the Heshu 9cm 3x3. So as you may know, if you've followed my channel at all, I absolutely love oversized cubes, 3x3s, whatever. I have a whole bunch of different size ones. I have the Yushin 89mm. I've got the Shengshao 70mm. I have the Heshu 18cm one. That's the one everybody has talked about. This is one I didn't even know existed. Saw a mention of it on speedsolving.com on the forums there. And I said, oh, I've got to get one of these. I went out on eBay, found one, and for a good price even. And so here we go. Now the 18cm puzzle, it's fun, but the cube itself is garbage. The pieces, let me open that first. So the pieces are poorly fitted together, so there's seams where the plastic meets, and the puzzle locks up constantly. If you want it to be halfway decent, you have to get out a belt sander and grind it down. Very, very cheap puzzle. Yeah, I know that if you work on it enough, you can maybe make it decent. I know some people have done some pretty good solves on it. I have not, because I haven't put the work into it. So this one, however, this looks and feels much more like a real speed cube. You can feel it's catching just a little bit. Actually, it's not catching. It's more like just the way the pieces are shaped. So you can see, let me see here. So there's like an indentation on there on the corner piece, and that's causing it to be a little loud. That actually turns. Wow, that turns really nice. Yeah, that's like a real cube. It's not the greatest cube in the world, but that absolutely performs like a real budget 3x3, maybe something from like 4 years ago or something. But that's a really nice cube. That might just be the best performing really big cube I have. The Shengshao Big Legend 70 millimeter cube, that's probably the best of the really big cubes that I have. But of the ones that are bigger than that, this is probably the best turning one. That is really nice. And the shades are fantastic. Absolutely love those. High contrast, nice deep royal blue, nice green. That is a really nice puzzle. I may just magnetize that. And, you know, because I magnetize darn near every 3x3 I own. I have not magnetized the really big Heshu, but just about everything else I've magnetized. That's a nice puzzle. So yeah, if you can find one of these on eBay or wherever else, the Heshu 9 centimeter. Let me see here. Do I have my main? I've got. Anytime you do a big cube, you have to do a size comparison. So there's my MF3RS3M for comparison. That's a much bigger cube, obviously. Really, really nice. Definitely like this one. If you're into big cubes, big sized cubes like that, like I am, highly recommend picking one of these up. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, go ahead and hit like and subscribe down below. Throw in a comment if you want, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.